it's Rachel again. I'm really tired this week. I've not been too well again. Like, it was better than last week, but we found out that the reason I was so itchy and so sick was because I'd stupidly prescribed cold and flu remedy, and it had don't take if you've got Raynaud's, which I do, which caused a rash. On Monday, I decided to, I just bought some cheap antihistamines because I thought I was going to rive my own skin off. It was so ridiculous. I didn't have time to go to the doctors, so like I just bought some Boots antihistamines, took them, and they caused ridiculous drowsiness. I was it was like I was like the most drunk I have ever been. Apart, like, I even fainted at one point. Like, I almost fainted at one point. I was really, really like properly mental off my head, and I've took them again last night because I was really itchy this last night, and I just feel so tired today. Like, I still slept, but I just feel so tired, and I just feel really run down at the minute. In other news, I picked my options for next year. I've picked my entrepreneurship module. I got my ring back. It's the right size, and as you can see, it's on my second finger, not my third. Despite saying last week that I wasn't engaged, I still got messages of congratulations all over Twitter, Tumblr and Facebook. Thank you very much for those who did congratulate me, but it's on my second finger. It's not even an engagement ring, it's got a pearl on. Yeah, it's been an alright week despite me being poorly though. Like, I've seen friends, we've gone out, I've spoken to different people and stuff, and it was really nice. Planning my birthday night out, which is coming soon. I'm not really having a big night out, but I'm still doing like just, like some drinks and some alcohol and some food. I'm 24. Can't believe I'm 24. I've been diagnosed nearly 8 years. I honestly can't imagine my life without diagnosis now. So thank you so much for everyone that got in touch about last week. It was really fun to read all your inspirations, and particularly to the people that said that us girls on the Trevor line, that's what I've started calling it. Who said that we're an inspiration. Thank you so much. That really makes it worthwhile. So today I'm going to talk about women. I'm a hardcore feminist, as hardcore as like the new age of feminism, not Germaine Greer bra burning feminism. I'd say I was more of an equalitist. One of them, anyway. I believe that women should be equal to men, not that women are better than men, and that women should get better treatment than men, and that men are so horrible and get all these things better. I mean, there is a preferential treatment, and I don't want to go into so much feminism as much as what it's like to be a woman, as well as dealing with all the things that a woman's got to deal with, a woman with an invisible illness. So having a woman's body is pretty hard enough. Like, you get all the menstruation stuff, you get the body image issues, you got to have a lot more upkeep, obviously, and there's a lot more pressure on you to look good all the time. Like, like today I haven't done my makeup and I'm looking absolutely exhausted. It's really weird. Like, I'm willing to post on the internet my face looking like this, but I'd feel uncomfortable if I went to university looking like this. Like, but at the same time, it does take a lot more to look your best if you've got an invisible illness. Like, sometimes it takes a lot of you just looking good, just doing your hair and doing your makeup. Like, the effort it takes to get your hair just right, that can hurt your arms, can hurt your head. Like, I get Like if I wear my hair, like I've worn my hair in bun several times. But if I wear my hair in a bun or up too tightly for so many days, I get absolutely ridiculous headaches. It takes longer to do my makeup when I am really tired because of the big dark circles around my face. Obviously, I've sometimes got a rash, so I've got to cover that. As well as menstruation, I've got to deal with my body battling menstruation. So like I'll have all the cramp and the period pain, but at the same time my body will be fighting that, so it'll make me feel sicker. It'll be working overtime to make sure that it can get through this. And it's crazy. You know, being a woman is never easy, but being a woman with an invisible illness is even harder. Like you can't like I remember when I was younger, like all my female friends were being asked out and were going on such brilliant days out and things like that and had all these brilliant goals and stuff, and I never dared to dream, you know, like I never dared to I never put myself out there as much. Like when I was first diagnosed, I never sought male attention. I guess I was scared of male attention because in my eyes I wasn't just Rachel. I was Rachel with a mental illness, with an invisible illness. And I still see myself as that in relationships. I find it really hard to let someone else into my full me, like to me with lupus. And I just I find it like on my ill days I do still want to be lonely. I want to be alone. But like my boyfriend is just so amazing. He doesn't let me be alone and wallow. He wants to come over and make me feel better, which he does because he's lovely. Um, yeah, and it's just I don't know, just feeling like being a teenager is bloody hard. Never mind being a teenager, not being able to do things that you want to do. And I think parents are a lot more protective of girls. It's just a fact that parents are a lot more protective of girls. It's a lot harder to raise girls with things like body image and all the horrible things that happen to girls. Not that I'm saying it doesn't happen to boys, but all the horrible things that happen to girls and mood swings and all the things like that. But being a girl, knowing your own body and feeling safe enough to go out on nights out, because there's not just, obviously the threat of attack, the threat of possible rape are terrifying, and unfortunately they're both things that I've got experience of. But but there's also the other threat of, what if I'm ill when I'm out? What if I have too much drink? What if I get myself in a situation where I become ill and people don't know how to deal with me? I've had so many nights where I've ended up in A&E where it's the alcohol has reacted with my illness more than the alcohol has made me ill, and I've just been left in hospital rooms, like just left to sober up. I haven't been treated or anything, and it's been horrible. But I just think that if we did have this awareness, it wouldn't be so bad, and I wouldn't just be treated as a drunken girl. And it's been a long struggle to see myself, as well as how other people see me as a girl, not a girl with lupus, or that girl with all the problems, or that girl who can't do things. It's took a lot, but I'm getting there, and I'm still not 100% with my body image, but I'm getting there, you know, and that's all we really can do. Like, I don't know. So here it is. It's up to you again. As always, comment, tweet, like, share. Leave me your thoughts. What do you think, especially as someone, if you do have an illness, what it is like for you, especially girls, but also guys, what it's like for you growing up with an illness, and what you think are the differences between growing up as a girl and growing up as a girl with an illness. That would be really interesting to see, and thank you, and see you all next week.